What is that?
Good boy, Samson.
Brickle and Digby, the two traveling dogs, are in the beaver state. And where there's beaver, there's Bigfoot. I actually don't know if that's true, but it doesn't really make a difference. It sounds good. But one thing that I do know is true, that this is the Oregon Sasquatch edition of Stop Hounding Me. Ow! Ooh, I heard that, Samson. Now, with us, we have some people that are trying to prove that correct answers do exist to our canine questions. And so we have some Bigfoot trackers with us, and you guys are?
Layla.
Jennifer.
Jan?
Randall.
And?
Jan.
And who do we have here with us, Jan?
Samson.
And Samson looks like he's up for adoption.
Yes, he is.
Beautiful, beautiful dog.
He's a good boy.
Well, before we get started, I have to ask you, do you think, after facing our canine questions, that your big furry hopes and dreams will cause you to be celebrating a monster of a victory? Or will your hopes and dreams be Sasquatched?
Monster of a victory.
Definitely victory.
Victory.
Well, we think so too, because here on Stop Hounding Me, there's no such thing as wrong answers, especially to questions that are being asked by someone who looks like a used lint roller, like I do here. Well, that's great. Now, to prove that you're Yeti, see what I did there, Yeti? To prove that you're Yeti, we're going to ask for you to give us a great big Sasquatch hound dog howl on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Great job. I think Samson approves. All of these questions, by the way, are going to be Bigfoot related. Of course, the best way to make friends with a dog is what? Give him a treat. Dogs love treats. Well, Bigfoot is no different. He loves treats. Now, the first thing, though, you have to do is prove that you are not edible while appeasing the Bigfoot, which in this case is me, or I'm his cousin, actually, Barefoot, so that I will not eat you. So please demonstrate how to survive this Bigfoot encounter. Go.
Oh, it tastes like Samson's roll. I got a Kit Kat here and some berries, though. You might want those.
Why were these in your pocket, by the way? That's kind of gross. It's kind of gross.
I get hungry sometimes. I'm a big guy. I got stamina.
You know what? You have about an 80% chance of survival by doing that. So that's very, very good. Now, when encountering Bigfoot, another thing that you can do is to entertain Bigfoot. Bigfoot loves to be entertained. You know, dogs have some wonderful tricks as well, like playing dead, doing some other things. So what we would like to have you do is please try to entertain me, the Bigfoot, so that I don't eat you. And I think you're going to take care of that for us. So please show us this Bigfoot survival tip. Entertain Bigfoot, please. Great job of entertaining Bigfoot. And again, you've entertained all of these people, so wonderful, wonderful job. You have a 60% chance of survival against Bigfoot, so that's great. Yeah. Lastly, our dogs know how to annoy us, but Bigfoot, on the other hand, doesn't like to be annoyed. In fact, you have a very small chance of survival if you annoy Bigfoot, so please show us how to annoy Bigfoot.
Right, get here. Get here. Come here. Let's put this on. Sit down.
Well, no, hey, You're right. I give. You know, I must say, Samson, I think that you have to agree that that was truly annoying. Well, I can only tell you that with those Bigfoot size answers that you guys have won this episode of Stop Hounding Me if, on the count of 3, you howl with me. 1, 2, 3. Ow! Do you guys smell that? It's either a skunk ape or the smell of victory. And I think it's the smell of victory.
Victory!
Great. Let's see what the animals under your care have won. We have some Four-Legger. Four-Legger is organic dog shampoo where you can lather up beautiful dogs like Samson. Then we have some Bowser beer. Bowser beer is a non-alcoholic treat for wonderful dogs like Samson. And then as well, to read to Samson, we have a wonderful book, The Endless Path, a book about a dog's journey through life with its person. Then to take pictures of Samson, we have the Squeak and Snap. This plugs into the phone, and as soon as it makes the squeak, it takes the picture. And then, of course, we have $225 worth of gift certificates from the Biscuit Barkery of Northern Colorado so that you can give treats not only to Samson, but to other animals under your care. Now, we've talked a little bit about Bigfoot. Let's talk a little bit about your organization and what you guys do for the community. When we were touring your facility, one interesting thing that I saw was what looked to me to be an exam room. Please talk to us about your clinic here and how it helps the community and the animals in your community.
So we hold a low-cost, low-income vaccination wellness clinic every first Saturday of the month, and then we also hold a spay-neuter clinic every second Saturday of the month.
That's great. So you guys do that in-house.
In-house.
They don't have to go to other places. So that's wonderful. Now, one of the ways that you guys support yourself, which is also interesting, is a thrift store. Please tell us a little bit about that.
Well, our thrift store was purchased a few years ago, and it's been a good success, and it helps fund a good portion of the money we need every month to operate. So our thrift store is great. Go in and see it.
Do you have any Bigfoot statues in there or anything like that?
No, but
No?
I promise if you went in, we'd probably give you a 10% discount.
If I went in dressed like this, I'd get arrested. But, the other way that you're funded is, of course, through donations and those type of things to keep in mind. Now, when we were camped down there at the harbor, we saw some beautiful cats that were out and about in the harbor, but they had little cat houses and those type of things. Someone was obviously taking care of them. Please tell us how the Humane Society has supported these efforts to help these animals.
Back in 2000, there was a small colony on the jetty, and a woman named Heather takes care of those, and she's been taking care of those for years. The cats that you saw, you took a picture of, that's called Clara's Colony. Clara was in her 80s when she first saw the cats roaming around there and she started feeding. Today we have 3 volunteers, and every day those cats are taken care of. They all have been neutered or spayed. They have had vaccinations. They're healthy, and they get checked and cared for every single day. And if I could just say that we wouldn't have been able to do it without the South Coast Humane Society providing the initial care and the spay and neutering. So it all worked because of that.
You just did say that.
I
So
did.
great. Well, we want to remind everyone that all this week, animals that are under their care have been featured on the Two Traveling Dogs website and the Two Traveling Dogs Facebook page. And we also encourage you to please keep checking back with their social media avenues as well as their website. And of course, if you're in the position to adopt a wonderful dog like Samson, and of course, Brickle and Digby want to remind everyone, please make rescues the breed of choice.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been able to prove that Bigfoot exists, but one thing that you guys do prove is that there's wonderful people in the world that are trying to help animals, caring for animals. To show how great of a job you guys have done, though, we ask that you howl with us, a great big Sasquatchian howl on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh!